Hello and welcome to the Revolut Insider podcast. I'm your host, Alex Krill, and on this very special episode that we are recording here at the Outernet in London, we have revolutionary artist Sophie Tea.
Hello.
Hi, Sophie. How are you?
I'm good. How are you going?
I'm fantastic. I'm so excited for you to be here. Thank you for taking the time.
Oh, you're so welcome. It's a pleasure.
And we're here to celebrate Revolut reaching 50 million customers around the world, and we wanted to share this space with revolutionary people that are making waves in their own industry. For you, how does it feel to be considered a revolutionary artist?
Oh, it feels bizarre. I don't know. I've been doing this for like 10 years now, and it's just kind of been steady, incremental growth the entire time. So it's a pleasure to be recognized on this stage with the lineup that you have. Like, the association is great for me. Like, we keep this coming, please.
For us too. I mean, it was such a great show, Muse, that I got to see. I was privileged enough to be in the audience. And what inspires your art direction?
Honestly, women and the stories. I feel like I have these, I call them muses, and they are everything to me. They send me pictures to paint from. They come into the studio, I have cups of teas, and we talk about their lives and the relationship they have with their bodies. And yeah, honestly, these women have changed the way I feel about myself. And I guess my whole motivation for painting in the first place was, well, I mean, yeah, selfishly, my own negative mindset about how I feel about my body. I feel like if I saw another person that looked like me, either online or in a film or in a magazine, like, it would have made such a transformational difference to how I felt about myself. So that's where it all stems from.
I love that you are not only giving back from your art, but the art is giving to you. So it's this reciprocity that you're working through with your audience, with your muses.
Yeah,
it's really
I love
incredible.
that word. I'm stealing that. Yeah, a lovely summary from this babble. Yeah, I like that.
And at Revolut, we're trying to change the way that people do money by revolutionizing the way that people manage their finances, right? And I think that you're doing that in the art space. So for you, when you look at the traditional art space, what barriers are you trying to break down?
From personal experience, I remember going into a gallery when I had first decided that I was going to become a painter, and crazy white walls, complete silence, no prices on the wall. And I just felt, even though I was an artist, like, I felt intimidated to be in there, I guess. And I wanted to always create a space where people felt welcome. Like, don't worry if you don't know anything about art. Me neither, hon. Like, we can do this together. And I feel like art is for everyone, not just for people that have the money, really. Yeah. And the whole democratization of the art industry is really what I stand for, because there's a lot of room, and also there's so much demand for beautiful pieces.
Yeah, original
art in people's homes. And I feel like I just wanted to make it a bit easier for someone to go about that buying process, honestly, because even as an artist, I still feel intimidated in those situations to go and purchase a piece from an artist. Yeah. So breaking down, how hard it is.
Do you feel like that came up from the way that you got into art? Because I know you went to business school and then you kind of transitioned when you were in India, this epiphany that you had of saying, no, I actually want to be an artist. Do you think it kind of stems from there, that you didn't necessarily take a traditional approach into the art world?
Definitely, but I think I was more led by rejection, because I actually wanted to. I wanted to be represented by galleries. That was I was like, okay, Google, how do you become an artist? Okay, get gallery representation. So I went in, did a portfolio, and it was just always no. And well, obviously the work was bad because I didn't even go to art school, so fair enough. But I also had to eat. So I was like, right, how am I actually gonna make any money here? And I think very early on I just recognized the complete untapped demand in social. No one, I mean, I know I'm speaking as if I'm old, but Facebook was my first kind of connection with people. And I remember just posting the picture that I painted in India. I painted this multicolored cow on the wall. And I remember I posted it on Facebook, and my friends and family were like, oh, so if I didn't realize you could paint, could you paint me my dog? Or a cow or a random lion? I was like, yeah, obviously I'll do anything for money right now. I have none.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it was mainly driven from, having to survive as an artist and make rent, really.
Yeah. I feel like you're not alone in the approach that you take, because I feel like a lot of people maybe are creative types, or they think that they're artists deep down inside, but they kind of maybe reject that. And I also went to business school, and I mean, look at what I'm doing now, right? So like, what do you have to say to creative types out there that maybe want to take a similar approach to you?
I mean, I believe there is a kind of like fundamental issue in the education process, because like people aren't realizing that these opportunities, like it's the visionaries that change the world. Like even for me, like I loved my art teacher. She was my form teacher. I saw her the other day. Like I have a great relationship with her, but still like, oh, you're good at art, Soph, but what are your other subjects? What's your career move? And that still happens. And I think that that's a bit wrong, because there's children, they've got suppressed creativity, or like they're not pursuing what's actually so authentically them, because it's like not the norm. And it is changing, which is so amazing. And I would love to be a part of that change, like in educate. I don't know how we'll do it, you know, like Jamie Oliver did it with like meals. Maybe you don't, because you're from the US. But yeah, I want to be like the art version, to be like there's money in it, like you just got to find it. So yeah,
I think you're doing it. I think just by showing your art and showing how you made your way, I think you are making that change.
Cool.
And I feel like there's something to be said about the insecurities that we have as children and when we're younger, maybe also influences our decisions. You know, if we're conscious about our bodies, maybe we're not so confident to really pursue the dreams that we want to have.
Right? I mean, it's all about the relationship we have with ourselves. It can be body, so many facets to it. But yeah, fundamentally, if we have those conversations and we feel confident in ourselves, whatever that means, then we're like creating a whole generation of people that are going to change the world.
Yeah, especially these smaller, you know, business owners to be their own entrepreneurs. And kind of not have the more corporate aspect, even though I'm in the corporate world.
I mean, you found your creative way with it. I mean, the corporate world's not bad. Oh my god, like I mean, that is keeping society together. And also, like I did it too. I mean, I actually did start as a consultant initially. I remember going into the job, and all I wanted to do is talk about my Tinder dates that day. And everyone was like, I think you're in the wrong game. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I was like, I'm going to be a success. And they were like, Sophie, just do your work. And I'm like, okay, fine.
Talking about business, how do you manage the creative part of being an artist with the more structured business side of running a gallery? Congratulations, by the way, on that. And managing your finances.
Well, initially, obviously, when you start a business, the first 5 years are chaotic. Like, well, for me anyway, it was just like anything that you could do. And I guess I did lots of stuff wrong and made my mistakes. Luckily, I've been in a position to be able to hire talent. And I think that would be my biggest piece of advice. I'm not even going to pretend to know about anything to do with taxes or finances or business structure, because it's actually not my strength. But I think the strength of mine is to just delegate the stuff that you're actually not good at, don't want to do, and not feel pressured or want to look over it. Like, yeah, I'm trusting the people that you work with and getting other people to do the stuff to get me out of jail.
That's great advice for business owners. Is there anything specifically for aspiring artists?
Yes, definitely. As an inspiring artist, if you're starting off, I would honestly recommend painting animals, because everyone loves them. Everyone's got a pet that they want painted, and it's a great way to hone your skills, understand materials. Also, you can come up with whatever style within that overarching era. I'd say like quite a guaranteed bit of money is to just start with animals.
Yeah, okay.
That would be copying my exact route, which I've just told no one to copy anyone else, but that would be my honest piece of advice. And set up a website straight away. Okay. And separate your studio and your home when possible.
Just to have that
the separation, even though I have just merged the two for the first time in 10 years.
Not listening to your own advice there, Sophie.
Not listening to my advice. I need to stop it.
Once this comes out, maybe you can listen to yourself saying
oh my God, what a great point, Sophie.
You mentioned putting in the work and putting in the hours, finding the ability to mix the paints a certain way. This is really investing into your craft. Yeah. What does that look like for your career, maybe in other ways?
I would say whenever you begin something, you just know that you're not going to be good at it for a while, and that's okay. And it's in business terms, as long as you're like designating your time, like if there is a section of your time that's designated to like R&D or innovation, that's an important part of the artistic process, and that failure within it will inform the next bit. Don't worry about that bit. we know that this is a thing.
Okay.
When you get into it, you're obviously like, I hate myself. I hate my work. This is rubbish. But that is all part of the process. So be kind to yourselves in those points, but still put in the hours. I really want to go into glass work, right? And I have been working on doing glass. I've probably done like a month. Solid big days, and you have to like rent out like a separate glass studio. It's a whole thing, and I'm so rubbish at it, but I want to be able to do glass, but I'm so bad at it right now. Do you know what I mean? But I'm still in the process. I'm like, oh, should I give up because the studio time's really expensive? I'm not producing anything of value, but I'm like, no, Sophie, like this is it. This is part of your process.
Trust the process.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I want to ask you more about what your plans for the future are. We'll be right back with more Insider Views. This episode is brought to you by Revolut. Thank you to the 50 million customers who have joined us on this journey to change the way the world does money. And if you want to join us on our mission to revolutionize finance, come be part of the future of fintech. Explore more at revolut.com/careers. And we're back on the Revolut Insider podcast here with revolutionary artist Sophie Tea.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Before the break, you were mentioning this new work that you're doing with glass. Can you tell me a little bit more about this?
Oh, interesting. Well, I don't know what it is yet, to be honest with you. I am sculpting with glass. So it's not glass blowing. Basically, you gather glass on the end of this like massive stick, and it's really heavy. Like you've got to keep it really hot and moving constantly. So it's not only like a very high risk situation, but then also you've only got 10 seconds to work with the glass until it cools to a temperature that you can't work with it anymore. So it's just such a hectic, laborious process, and I really look up to anyone that works in glass. My dad said the other day, he was like, Sophie, you do chase hard, don't you? And I was like, yeah.
And really, like on social media, you're most known for getting an item for the charity shop, painting it, and then donating it or raffling it back.
Yeah.
How did you get this idea? What inspired this concept?
I actually can't lie. It wasn't my idea. It was my videographer's. And it's because he was like, I'm bored of making videos of you painting in the studio. And I was like, all right, let's go out on the road. Yeah. I think he just wanted me to paint on different items, to be honest, which is fun. We're always just trying to mix it up and do something random. I feel like social media is an art form in itself. And actually, probably 30% of my time goes towards doing the social media. But I think specifically for Charity Shop Friday, I'm loving just connecting with the people that are supporting me and buying my work. And it's great because it's kind of grown to something that's way bigger than I am, and I'm able to like shine a small light on the already fantastic work that charities are already doing.
Definitely.
And that is so much more sustainable for me to actually add value. You know what I mean? I'm just like showing up, doing a nice painting, and then loads of people come to the store, lots of people buy items, they understand about what the charity does. It's fabulous, honestly.
Yeah. And it goes back to what you're saying about making it accessible to more people, right? Yeah. And I feel like, I mean, to draw a parallel with Revolut, like that's what we're trying to do, is revolutionize the way people do finance and make it more accessible to people around the world. Yeah. And you're doing that with the art world.
Aww.
So how do you hope to inspire your fans in this way?
Oh, I'd love to be as big as Revolut. Imagine that. That'd be great. Put on a show.
You're part of the show.
No, you're right. I've made it. I've
done it. Yeah.
I guess the most amazing thing for me about Charity Shop Friday is the fact that anything can be art. Art really does have the power to bring people together. And we're redefining all the time what it means to be an artist, making people realize that everyone can get involved and the barriers to entry aren't as high as you think they are in your head. You can just pick up a random object and paint on it. Doesn't matter if the paint doesn't work with it. Like everyone's like, is it, oh God, how's it dry? I'm like, it's not dry. Like it's wet. You can't touch it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It still looks nice. Had a lovely time painting it. And here you go.
Bye.
See you later. It's your problem now. It's the process of making and connecting that holds the beauty. So that's the most important thing for me. Just like you can do it too. Just pick up a brush.
Yeah. And thinking about your creative future, is there an idea or concept that you'd like to bring to life?
Honestly, what we did today, like having the resource and the talent behind making this happen, this is all I could wish for as an artist. No, honestly, this is like a dream collaboration in terms of you guys completely trusted me to put that together and no one questioned anything, and look how beautiful it was. And honestly, all I could wish for is more long-standing important collaborations that can allow my vision to like come to life. I would also love to break America, so if you can put in a good word, hon.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Well, you were in Australia.
I was in Australia.
Yeah.
I was in Australia for 5 years, which was amazing. I could afford a much bigger studio over there, let me tell you.
I can imagine.
But yeah, no, it was a great time. Yeah.
And now you're exploring digital art on stage. Today you did a VR painting on top of the canvas that you painted.
Yeah.
What do you hope to explore more as you continue working with digital form?
Oh, there's so many things. I want to get better at the tilt brush. I'm quite low level at it. I've just like got this naive confidence. So like today looked good, but like I think if I did it again, it would be worse. You know, that beginner's look with it. I want to lean so much more into building AI scapes. So all of the scenes that you saw on the stage, but they were built on Midjourney and other AI platforms. And I just love how it can just make it easier. It can make the ideation process easier. It can make the creation process easier. And you can actually get some great stuff as long as you're like making sure that you're bringing in your own artistic eye in the process. Definitely. I guess I just love leaning into tech.
How do you think AI and art are going to intersect more in the future?
Oh, interesting. I have so many thoughts on this. I'm very excited about the future of them merging. I really am. Obviously, there's some negative viewpoints about it, but I honestly think what's going to stand strong and that in being a sustainable success in the art world is like creating like an authentic brand to back it up, because I feel like obviously the barrier to entry to it is lower and it will become more saturated because more people can use these tools, which is fantastic. Like the point of it is to get more people into the art and like enjoying it. Like that is the point, and that's what I love about them intersecting. But I don't think anyone that is pushing forward and is a creative has much to worry about. The only reason I say that is because I think people still need people.
Yeah.
And building connection, building human connection is always going to be such an integral part of business, brand. And I really feel like being an artist is like entrepreneurship in its most pure form. I really do. So I think as long as we're keeping that in mind and only using it to kind of help building deeper connections, I think we're going to be all good. It's fun. Like I can't wait. Like what's out next? Like tell me.
We're going to see a whole wave of AI animals.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be painting them. I'm just going to have this like AI robot do it for me, and then I'm going to be his biggest revolution.
Exactly. And at some point you had mentioned that you wanted maybe explore film. Is that still something that you're looking into?
I did. Where did you hear that? I would love to.
I did my research.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'd love to direct a film at some point. Obviously, I've got absolutely no experience in it, but I had no experience in art either. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to explore film. It's another art form, isn't it? It's making people feel a certain way. Yeah. And yeah, it's all about feeling.
Yeah.
I think.
I know that, or one of your favorite movies, if not your favorite movie, is Grease. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know that? I've never seen that.
You posted it in one of your videos. So
Did I?
Yeah. I thought I'd bring this up.
I love Grease.
So Grease is almost 50 years old. What do you think is key to making art that's enduring?
I don't know, I haven't done it yet. Making art that's enduring, making sure it's always innately connected to you as a person, because that can never be replicated. You can never not do it, because you have to think of the next idea if it's like so intrinsically like within you. It will always just come. So as long as it's like rooted in expression, self-expression, I would say that, but I haven't done it yet. So in 50 years, I can let you know.
I think it just goes back to that feeling, right? That feeling of connection, the feeling that you have when you see or are part of the art.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Oh, that's a good answer. Yeah. Well, getting other people involved. Yeah, and like it's happening in society as long as you're reacting to that. Because that's what all the great artists did. Like in their own time, well, we're like, this isn't the way we do it. And then like you look back and you're like, no, but they defined their era.
That's the point, right?
So yeah. So basically, I'd like to become Taylor Swift. And redefine what it means to be human in a paint form.
You're saying like, oh, I want to be Revolut, I want to be Taylor Swift, but I think you should just really lean into being Sophie Tea, because
oh my God, obviously a great piece of advice.
You're like doing incredible work. Like I said, you're revolutionary in your own industry, and you're setting a path, and you're changing things, and you're disrupting it. You're disrupting the industry. So that's really incredible to see and really inspiring.
Thank you so much.
I just have one more question for you. Or what advice would you have given to younger Sophie?
Oh, younger Sophie, the advice I would give is stop giving yourself such a hard time trying to impress the people that can't be impressed by you. If you just lean in earlier to being who you actually are rather than who you think you should be, it's going to be an easier ride.
Really relevant for, not only creatives, but anyone exploring a different career or a new
100%.
career. Yeah. Well, thank you so much,
You're
Sophie.
so
I really
welcome.
appreciate you being here today.
You're so welcome.
Wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for tuning in. You can follow the podcast so you don't miss an episode, and follow us on Instagram at Revolut Insider and Sophie Tea at Sophie Tea Art. Thank you so much.
Thank you.